Hello Maggie, I'm going to create a video for you and demonstrate most of the guide elements that I'm asking, and I will include the podcast feed that you sent and explain a little bit why you're not able to create it using the embedded code, because there is no embedded code, but there is a workaround and I'll demonstrate that for you. I hope this helps, and if you need more time, I will definitely consider doing that for you as well. I don't want people to agonize over this project. It really is about being able to go in and learn how to use the tool. So just let me know that you need more time and you can work on it to create it. So let's go ahead and start with the box that I'm looking at. So I'm in my account. I'm pretty sure you're already in this part of the process. I'm looking at a LibGuide that I've created, and I've just called it Health Literacy with a couple of X's. And let's start with a title for my LibGuide. So by clicking on this information up here, I get a prompt, and I'm going to go ahead and call this Health Literacy as an example. I'll go ahead and click. Next, I'll go ahead and click to enter a description. This guide contains information on health literacy resources. My next step is to go ahead and create the friendly URL for the LibGuide that you want to use. This is the URL you'll be sending to me when you have finished and completed the LibGuide. A Nunez _ IRLS556 spring 15. And I will save that, and now that shows up in here. So now this will be the URL you'll give to me. If you'd like to create tags, this is the information that you can provide as keywords. So if I wanted to add health literacy, I can go there. If I wanted to give it a population group, I can do that. So this is an easy way for people to find LibGuides by searching when they go to the internet. So I'll go ahead and add a page, and I'll give it a title. I'll call it, "What is Health Literacy?" And this is going to be information, resources about health literacy, and I save that. I can click to get another page. It's going to be a regular page. Let's give this one a title, and I can call this page Cultural Competency. I can make it a top level page, or I can make it a sub-page of health literacy if I wanted to. But I'm just going to leave it as a top level. I can provide a description here as well. Save that. Now within my health literacy page, I can add boxes. This is where you start to build on a particular topic. So if I added a box, I can go ahead and title my box, and I'll call this Podcasts and Webinars. I'll leave it as a standard box, and I'll save it. Now in the case of the podcast for the site that you are interested in, I'm just going to go ahead and treat this as a link. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a link name, and I'll call this, we can call this link Health Communication in American Indian Communities. I'm going to go ahead and use the URL to direct me to the site. I can have it open in the current window, or I can have it open in another window. And then this is a podcast from this organization, and then you just add your description. You can add more information. You can decide if you want it to display in a certain area, whatever the case is, but go ahead and save that. And as you can see, it's sitting here, and this is giving me the description of what it is. The other way of creating a link to the podcast is go ahead and select link. We'll call this Health Communication from a Native American Perspective, or I could even do podcast. Health Communication from a Native American Perspective. And I would actually go back to the site, click on download, and it'll open up the podcast if you just wanted them to go there. I would grab the URL.
Welcome to Health Literacy Out Loud. I'm Helen Osborne, President of Health Literacy Consulting.
Go back to the LibGuide and put in the URL that goes directly to the podcast. Provide a description, right, and continue as you like. So you can write your description. This is your podcast, and it'll go right to it. Or you have the option of clicking and directing your searcher to the website, and there they can then either listen to the podcast here or here. Now, to get your profile, you should be in the LibGuides dashboard. This should look familiar to you, and you'll see a box here. If you went in and created an account under My Login Information, it's most likely that you'll see a little silhouette of a head and perhaps my name up here. If you were able to get in on your own, then perhaps you should see your name. What you'll be able to do is click on the pencil, and then you'll be able to change the information in the profile box. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to go ahead and put my name. Okay. I can have it display with my current image, or I can have it do not display a customized profile page image. You can get rid of that picture there. I'll go ahead and change with this one. I can also put an address. You can change your contact information. I have my phone number in there. I have put my email address in there. You can, so you want to save your profile information. That's how you do that. So there it is. Now I want to go back to my guide or embedded search box. So I can do, I'm going to go ahead and add a box here, and we'll call this search for information. We'll leave it as a standard box. And I'm going to go ahead and include a Google search. I actually we'll go with a Google Scholar. And if I want a default query, I can go American Indian and health literacy, and it'll already be in the box. So if I search it, I can continue, it'll go out and it'll run the search for me in Google Scholar.